All right, go ahead.
I am going ahead. We've
Oh,
started.
you're recording all that?
No, I just started. I had to
All
get
right.
going because producer Jay's in the chat and he's going to leave. And I want to say happy birthday to him before he goes.
Oh my God.
He's turning the big 4-5. Do you remember back in the day when you turned 4-5, Joe?
Yeah, last year.
Holy smokes. I think you actually admitted some truth here for once.
Cock smokers.
Don't be that way. Yeah, I made up cue cards to keep reminding Joe.
That's for the viewers, not for me.
Well, welcome everybody to the STCPod podcast, the Start to Continue podcast. If this is your first time joining us, I am Bill, and with me is Joe. And we sit around for an hour or so and talk about what's been bothering us, I guess, right? Is that what it's gotten down to? We used to talk about what we're happy about. Now it's what's bothering us.
That's because we've gotten older. And as you get older, you just talk about what bothers you, which in my case is everything and everybody.
No, you're going to follow the advice of my cue card. You're in a good mood.
Stupid glasses, stupid headphones, stupid big head.
Wow. So you did come for you were in a good mood then as you started the show. It's good stuff.
Except for they got the COVID headache for the last 2 days.
Don't say that. Well, just because of the stress of it all, you mean?
Stress of not being able to go to the gym? I don't know, maybe.
I'm going to win that bet, let me tell you.
What? What do you mean?
We bet weeks ago that they would not open.
No, you said they wouldn't open for like a year.
I said this summer, like July 1st, I think.
You said before the end of summer, right?
Man.
I don't know. Derek, can you go back, find it?
Yeah, pull that audio clip.
Annotate it, verify it, and send it to us.
I'm sure I said by the end of June. I'm very conservative on my bets, so that makes a lot of sense to me.
I'm pretty sure you said by summer, by the end of summer or something.
You're
I don't know. I got to go buy now. This forces me to go out and buy a bench and a bunch of dumbbells.
Will you? Where are you going to put it?
Because the wife is bitching. I told her, even if it opens tomorrow, I'm going. I don't care. And then she got upset because we're in a highly contagious house. One, we got the mother-in-law living with us, so she's old. My son's got a heart condition, so he's prone to stuff. My wife is fucking useless, so she's prone to it. And then I got my bi-weekly injection, so that leaves me prone. That lowers my immune system.
And those injections,
only because my immune system's already hyperactive, does it make me normal like everybody else now. So essentially, it takes away my superpowers. So she got upset because I said that, and I said, "All right, fine, I won't go right away." And now there's talk of it not opening for like another couple months.
You're still getting the stupid neck injections that do nothing except soothe your.
No, you inject it into your leg, and it takes care of your. For me, it takes care of arthritic inflammation, and iritis. Mrs. Q-Doc, take it.
Yeah, it does everything for you. It cures all of your problems. Hey, before you go on, it does sound like it's not the Yeti mic picking you up. Is that possible? Yeah, that ain't it. You're on your laptop mic or something.
Oh yeah,
you get a lot of room noise. Nope,
dude. Apologize. Internal microphone. Now I USB.
Now you sound richer, warmer.
Oh, now it says internal. Why is it not letting me? Oh no, it's still the. All right, hold on a second here.
God, this is just like for the past couple weeks, I've set up family video calls during this whole thing and arranging the sisters and the father to get on a video chat via this StreamYard. I'm like, this is the easiest thing. I'll send you a link. All you gotta do is click on the link, and you're going to be in this thing, and we can all chat with each other. You have people of varying technical abilities slowly coming on. You had to have seen what my father was going through just clicking a link. It was
all right. It's not letting me select my. I select USB advanced audio device, and then it automatically.
That's it. You're in.
No, it's defaulting to the computer.
It sounds like it's clicking for a second.
It does, and then it clicks off. If I get out, can I come back in?
Yeah, sure.
All right, give me 1 second. Sorry.
All right, we're back to the Bill show. So yeah, we finally get my father on the thing, and of course he shows up like, all of the Zoom meetings you've seen on TV with gentlemen over the age of 70, where it's just them leaning way back, just their head is in the very bottom of the corner. It was. Let's add Joe back in here.
Is that the mic or is that the
yeah. Oh, geez.
Oh, there we go.
You sound good now. Wow.
Apparently I have to be plugged in prior to joining the stream.
What sultry tones.
I blame the blue mic again that you made me buy.
I make you buy a lot of things, apparently.
Investment well paid off.
You use every day.
What were we talking about?
How we got my dad on that video call, and he shows up like every old person you've seen on TV who shows up at a Zoom meeting, where they're like on their backside and you can see up their nose, and they're just in the bottom corner of the frame and they're screaming, "I can't hear anything."
Or this. Point the camera at you. What? I can see you fine. Yeah, but I can't see you.
Oh, it is like, why do you have to do it like fully reclined in your chair? Just get up to the table and set the phone at the table. No, I'm going to be fully reclined.
Yeah, I have the kids FaceTiming my parents, so at least they can. Oddly enough, they can figure that much out. Though centering themselves in the camera when the two of them are there is a little bit of an issue, but.
Are they holding it or do they set it down at least?
They set it down. Yeah, it's not that shakiness that everyone's seen. So I've got two and a half hours sleep since our coming off our overnight shift this morning at 7 a.m. I'm a stud.
By your own choice.
Oh, I got home, say good morning to the kids, beat off, went to sleep, woke up.
I hope 10. You got the order right.
Woke up at 10. Went and got the pool water tested. Went to 2 Value Villages. Came home and started doing some landscaping work for a bit. And then watched. What did I watch? Some movie with the kids. I'm so tired I can't remember.
You started the show by saying how your whole household is like immunodeficient, and yet you've added 2 thrift stores.
I go through. I built a sanitation shower just off the garage.
Oh yeah.
So I strip down and scrub down, and I don't bring any of the stuff inside until it's clean.
You're breathing it in when you're there.
No, I got these things, man. Diapers. Put the diapers on your face. This way, none of the other scumbag resellers recognize me.
Oh, well, yeah, that is one pro about these masks. We can all be incognito now.
They're not cool, though, man. I don't know what's with the baby blue. Can I get something dark or sexy? Mysterious looking?
You got to buy it. You got to find it, and then you got to buy it. And that's two difficult things.
Can I commission an artist to spray paint the mask for me?
Yeah, ask for it right here. I'm sure someone will do that. You know, we do have Steven in the chat, and of course he's a big time thrifter through the pandemic, so he's probably on your side. But I got to work with you, so I'd rather you stay in.
Dude, I'm the healthiest
isolation.
guy you know. You take more sick days than I do.
Oh no, that is not true. And we all have experience of you passing epidemics to vast groups of people. So I have built up an immunity to you. I will say that.
Oh no, that wasn't me. That was that cough. Again, that cough was a residual effect from me being sick. After having a cold, I usually have a cough for like 2 weeks. So that's not contagious. And then you guys all went to a freaking Too Many Games convention show with 1 million people.
We shared a van with you coughing on everything.
You shared a convention hall with 1 million people for 2 days. How come I wasn't sick after that?
Yeah, exactly. It's patient zero gets over it first. Oh. Well, I had to stop at Walmart before coming home after our overnight shift because I needed some grass seed of all things.
Did you really need grass seed?
Yeah, I did.
You're criticizing me, but you need grass seed is not a necessity.
Well, I wanted to go in there, and if they had masks, I was going to buy masks, and they had some other sale items I needed, but definitely needed grass seed because you kept telling me all weekend how it was going to rain today. It has not.
Yeah, it didn't rain here either.
Yeah,
I didn't want the grass. Another day where my grass got a little crispier.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the sprinkler system ready to go in the morning.
Well, we all can't have your facilities, so I'm praying for rain, and I got this Walmart cheap-ass seed. You know, it's just full of weeds, but at least the weeds will be better than dirt. Too.
It spit today for like 30 minutes, and I did absolutely nothing. So, meanwhile, the forecast was had the clouds with the thunderstorm and lightning symbol. So I was expecting a nice, good rainfall. You should try that. I haven't done my second spring fertilizer yet, but my first one I did when I laid down my grass seed, I did the Scott's 911.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the grass seed, the poo, and the fertilizer in it. So you might want to try that instead of just the straight grass seed, which I find I don't. I've done the straight grass seed before, even like the Scott stuff. I don't know if it does anything, man. Seems like it just dries up and blows away.
You need perfect conditions. I would have got that, but I couldn't get any Canadian Tire because I got into town so early. So I just wanted something immediately to throw down.
Where did I see a big lineup? Oh, when I went to pick up dinner tonight, I had to stop by the Superstore, and that's beside the Walmart. The lineup to get into Walmart was ridiculous. They were cattle herded behind these pen lines with these steel gates, like a herd of cattle waiting to get into Walmart tonight.
Yeah, I'd mosey on. I'd go past there. I got there and there was no lineup, but they had, where you would go in, and there was a construction guy there to talk to you first, and he had his face mask under his chin, which is helpful. He goes, "Hey, just letting you know, there's people working on the roof and there's going to be noise, so just be aware of the noise." Okay.
What?
You got to tell. And he was telling every single person that walked in this very important statement: there's noise from the roof. And then the next person we go see is the girl there, and she's keeping count of everyone coming in. And then I went in there, and this is the first time I've been in Walmart in months during this whole thing, because normally it's been lined up like crazy, but I was there so early, like 7 in the morning. And I was shocked to see many of the employees not wearing masks. I thought that was weird. I went in with a mask.
Where did I? forget what store I went into the other day, but yeah, where I used to see the employees or like the cashiers wearing masks, none of them were wearing masks.
You know,
I'm seeing
James
less people wear masks now too.
James is saying he does the ordering thing and they just throw it in my trunk, throw it in his trunk. But ever since that Canadian Tire deal where my order took 5 months, I'm too scared to order for pickup because I don't want to be waiting for, who knows how long for my pickup to be ready.
Yeah, I just find it's easier to go in now and find it. My wife did the curbside pickup for the Swiss Chalet last week, and that's what they did. You couldn't even go in to pick it up. You pulled up, you sent them a message saying you were there, and they just came and dropped it in your trunk for you.
Yeah.
But for like Home Depot or like I got to go to what doorbell thing do you have? You got the Nest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on sale, $50 off. So I'm gonna go pick one up tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go to Lowe's because they'll price match plus take 10% off extra. So I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow.
Jeez, I've been telling you to do that for years. Now you know exactly who you're not answering at the door when you refuse to.
I won't even check still anyway. It's just not worth my time.
You're such a well, I want to get you upset, but you are kind of a jerk. As we were leaving work today, I saw you walking and I gave the all friendly 2 honks to say, see you later. And Dirtbag wouldn't even turn to look at me or wave.
I heard a horn honk, but I didn't know it was you.
And I'm like, oh, right, this is Joe. He does that thing where you could scream at the top of your lungs at him and he will keep walking to make you feel like an idiot.
Dude, I barely made it to the car. I thought you were long gone because one, you left and didn't even like say bye when you left. So when I was leaving, I didn't see you in the room. So I go, all right, he's long gone, I guess. So how would I know it was even you?
Because you heard
thus I wouldn't know. The horn honk could be for anybody. I hate being those dummies that turn around at any kind of noise. Unless I know it's for me, I'm not turning around.
It was a friendly beep beep. Like that's
that
obviously someone who knows you.
You could have rolled down your window and said, yo, talk to you tonight. Like I said, I thought you were long gone.
No, not long gone. But
how would I know? You didn't say bye when you left.
Anyways,
so who's the jerk?
After I did, I'm like, oh, why did I even bother? I know who I'm honking at, and he's gonna do that thing. So, anyways,
there's no thing. I don't think it's for me. I'm not turning around.
Hey, say hi to both Q dogs who are joining us this evening too.
What? I'm not even in the comments. Who's here?
I just told you. Just say hi,
Mrs. Q.
Whoa, what's that coming up your esophagus?
That sounded weird. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Hey, Eric. Hey, Melissa. James. Kevin. Look at that. Who else is here? Lotus is here.
See, I could see you getting mad at me if I were to stop the show like you're doing to read.
And now I'm out of the chat.
But you see, I flow it. You got to flow like a river.
Well, you've been watching it, and I haven't been watching it, so I was just surprised to see who was in. You'd be proud. I forced myself to come in here. I was all comfortable on the couch, and I started watching. I realized my my PVR is about to explode due to the amount of content I have saved on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I started watching Godzilla King of the Monsters, and I go, nope. If I get more than 10 minutes into this, I'm going to pass out. I got to get up and in the room. But it made me realize how much content I got on my. You want to hear what I got on my PVR movie wise? Parasite, which I haven't seen yet. Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Halloween 2, Reservoir Dogs, Dune, The Thing, Casablanca, The French Connection, Ex Machina, Strangers on a Train, It Chapter 2, Creed 2, Spider-Man Far From Home, Psycho, Whiplash, Yesterday,
Ooh.
Godzilla and both of the Conan movies and Gravity.
Well, there's some good stuff there.
Well,
You can get rid of
I
Dune.
gotta take a couple days off of work, I think, and plow through this because my wife was bitching the other day. You got all the stuff on here. When are you going to watch it? I don't know. When are you going to let me watch it? Stop giving me work to do.
Well, we got to remember too now that we have that crap available on the streaming service, so we don't need to use our PVR as much.
I don't go. No, I'm not going to watch it if it's on the streaming thing. When these pop up in the movie channels,
Yeah,
which I pay for,
yeah, which gives you that streaming service. That
reminds me that, hey, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, or I haven't seen that yet, or geez, it'd be great to watch that. Let me PVR it so I'll know it's there and I can. Because if I think about it and don't write it down, I'm not going to come back to it or be motivated to watch it, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't realize I had all this crap on there.
You're going to love Whiplash, man. I'm surprised you haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
That's like if you were a drum instructor.
I've actually gotten into a bit of the jazz music lately. Oh, here we go. But it's more of shit. Now the name's slipping me. Fuck me. Famous old jazz drummer. He's on Johnny Carson a lot of times. Something band. It'll come to me. Really good drummer. Like
Buddy Rich.
Dude, I've been on a YouTube spree of watching his Tonight Show appearances or just like him on his band show on TV. How come that guy doesn't get more credit? Like never anybody talk about him. Even when he was older, he was still killing it on the drums.
Yeah, I mean, everyone respects his ability. I think he got a bunch of negative publicity, didn't he? When some tapes got leaked
I have
about,
no idea.
He would scream at his bandmates, and he was like an awful person to work with.
What? Because he wanted perfection.
He wanted perfection, yeah.
Well, look at Jordan. Everybody's finding the stuff about Jordan now.
I haven't watched that series. I watched a movie that's been sitting on my PVR was Wings. I watched that movie finally. Do you know what that is?
No, I just know the TV show.
Well, yeah, that's close. It's from the 1920s, silent era. It's like the blockbuster movie of the silent era. And it's the first time they really got great cinematics of, air to air dogfighting and stuff and shooting up in the sky, shooting airplanes, not fake. And,
remember when was it the History Channel used to do that TV show? Was it Dogfights?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
I don't know. I don't remember if they showed actual footage, but then they were based on actual air battles, and then they would have a computer simulation showing what the fighter pilots were doing.
Yeah, it was all CG. It was all CG, but it was done really well. Yeah, I like that. Anyways, this Wings, it's excellent. If you want to try a silent film out, check that one out. The air-to-air shit is crazy. Just thinking how they must have shot this stuff. How many people probably died making that movie? And it's over 2.5 hours long. And the last hour is just like breathtaking. The action is staggering. It's all World War I based, you got the trench warfare and all that going on, tanks, all this stuff, all perfectly recreated for this film. So I recommend that. Wings.
But what do you mean? It's recreated with live action, right?
Yeah, like according to the this was on Turner Classic Movies, and they talk up a movie beforehand. She was saying how some country, some army or whatever, I don't know if it's the American Army or whatever, they agreed to like build trenches and recreate the entire battlefield kind of thing as part of, like, this is for the movie, but it's also good training for us kind of thing. So they, recreated a whole battlefield. And then you had all the authentic planes. It was excellent.
Turner Classic Movies. Do I get that?
Jeez, yeah, I imagine.
That's on regular TV, right?
If you have, you have our movie package, so I think that comes with it.
Okay.
But
yeah, I never
should always keep an eye on Turner Classics, especially the weekends, or this was Memorial Day, right? So they were just showing war movies for 2 days straight. And I was like, ooh, look at that. That movie's come on. Check that movie out. Check that movie out. It was great. It's good stuff. And I like
Bridge over the River Kwai on the other day.
And it's great how they do the talk-ups before the movies. They have some real insight. That is not necessarily the thing you've heard over and over again.
Is it a la Elwie Ost?
Yes.
On Channel 2?
Never as charming as Elwie, but it is
TV
like
Ontario?
That. Yeah.
Did that get broadcast anywhere else other than Ontario?
Saturday Night in the Movies?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I highly doubt it. But he was known. He was a known person because he would go to film festivals and stuff.
It's one of my fond memories of watching TV as a kid. I never knew who the hell this guy was, but he was always on like Saturday night for some reason. And that's back when we only had the TV with the knob on it and the 12 channels because my parents were too fucking cheap.
Yeah, I have one of his books somewhere. An Elwio's book. He just picks like 100 movies and chats them up.
Speaking of old movies, I watched the 1958 The Fly last week.
Yeah. Vincent Price?
Vincent Price. I hadn't seen that since I was a kid too. Yeah, I don't know if I liked it. I can't say I did. I think it was just the part that I remember as a kid was when he took the black cloth off his face and you saw that rubber fly mask
with the thing. Brr.
Oh yeah, the diddle, the diddle thing at the front. Yeah, it was okay. I don't know. For what it was at that time, I'm sure it must have been horrifying. And then because that was on one of the decade movie channels or something that I recorded it. And then they had Cronenberg's The Fly with Jeff Goldblum on.
Oh, right. Yeah, we talked about this. So I said that Cronenberg's Videodrome was on too. And I told you should watch that. And you're like, nope. I have no interest. I said one word, Videodrome, and you instantly have no interest.
Nah, I think the only other Cronenberg movie I really remember seeing, he did Scanners, right?
I think so.
Scanners?
Something like that.
Should I ask Siri?
Oh my God. Here we go.
Hey Siri.
No.
Who directed Scanners?
Sorry, I don't know who directed Time Scanners.
Is that what I asked? Did David Cronenberg direct Scanners?
I found this on the web.
1981 Canadian science fiction horror film written and directed by... As soon as it pulls up Wikipedia, which it isn't doing. Yeah, Cronenberg.
Yeah, ask her if you should watch Videodrome, because I think you should, especially working in the television industry, as this movie, in a mind-bending way, explores an evil TV station.
TV is not evil.
Well, in this movie, let's pretend that this it blew my mind because it explored the idea of like television programming, right? It's called programming for a reason because we're programming the viewers. We're programming them like they're computer slaves.
Yeah, but you're being programmed even when you're in school to do things a certain way. So how's TV any different? or how is school any different?
Hey, watch movies. Is all I'm saying. It's awesome, mind-bending Cronenberg early. I wonder if Americans can even get it. I don't even know if there's a DVD of it.
But
I've only seen it in like 4:3 SD on TV.
when I was watching The Fly, I wasn't blown away by it. This is the Cronenberg one. I think I enjoyed it more when I was younger because I thought it was more scary. But as I was watching it now, I think I appreciated it more for the fact of he shot it in so few locations that I'm always impressed by directors who can do that. Like, shoot a movie like maybe 3 or 4 specific areas, but make it seem more bigger and wider than what it actually is. It's kind of like when Hitchcock shot The Rope, but did it all in the apartment, right?
Yeah.
Because it was originally a stage play. That stuff impresses me way more than a really good actor or really good script.
But Rope too was also the use of the single shot. That's where he attempted to do the entire movie in a single shot.
I think that was just for the first 2 reels of the film, 2 or 3 reels, and then it went near the end and started doing jump cuts.
No.
Yeah, it did.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't all shot completely through a single shot reel. Definitely the first reel was however long. I don't know how long the reels were, but I know for the first 2 reels, I think those were straight single shot takes. And then I remember near the end, he went away from it, but he didn't overindulge in jump cuts. I think there were long stretches, but it wasn't done through like how it was at the start of the film. But that's impressive, man, for an actor to remember lines like that, especially when you're being directed by Hitchcock, where like he's a maniac.
Dude, not just the actors, but the technical crew, the cinematographer, the focus puller. You can't let anything get away from you, or the whole take is not only the take. This is back in the day with film, so your whole film can's ruined.
I'd have to rewatch it. I wouldn't mind rewatching it.
Well, Kevin agrees with you that Videodrome is a snooze fest, and he's a big shot in the Blu-ray community. So
I didn't say it was a snooze fest. I just said I wasn't interested in it.
Well, I'm just saying, if he says that, you should automatically disagree and give you more fuel to go check it out.
What? Because I always disagree with Kevin?
Yeah.
I don't always disagree with him. Hey, I picked up.
Okay. No.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Oh, please.
Go ahead. Oh, I remember the movie I was watching with the kids today. It was, oddly enough, speaking of Goldblum, there's another Goldblum movie. They wanted to watch Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
That's 3, right?
It's the one with the redhead. She was in that porno movie with Marky Mark. Julianne
Moore.
Julianne Moore.
I love how you were pulling that out. That's good. Yeah, I love her. She's great. That movie's not so great, but
no, it's not.
I was gonna say I don't know if I talked to you how I finished season 1 on Amazon of that Jack Ryan show, and
you told me to watch it. I don't have Amazon. I'm supposed to watch it.
Really? I thought you did.
Yeah. I had it for that 1 year, and then I got rid of my Prime because I wasn't buying anything off Amazon.
It was so freaking tense. I had to stop. Like you'd want to start season 2, but they jacked up the pressure in every episode so much, and it was so tense that I needed a vacation from the show. Yeah, and I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm saying it was that good that it's like, oh, it's done. Finally, it's like beating a video game. Finally, done. That's
funny because when I saw when they were doing the promos for it, when it initially got released, I thought it looked horrible. Like the way they were, per usual, whoever's doing the promo work for these films or TV shows has no idea what they're doing, right? We're accustomed to that, but
yeah,
that's what turned me off of it. It just seemed the way they shot it that his acting didn't seem that good, and
it's almost
I wouldn't mind seeing it though if you say it's good.
It's almost like they listened to my early complaints on it, which were that he's playing Jack Ryan, who his character in this version of it, he's like ex-military Green Beret type, like superhuman abilities in battle, right? But he's now an analyst for the CIA. So whereas the other times, Hunt for Red October and that, when you saw Jack Ryan, he was just an analyst. That was it. Like he was a puny analyst who was a fish out of water in these highly tense, dangerous positions. And as this season went along, they kind of moved away from him being able to handle himself in these situations, and he became more of a secondary player trying to make his way through each situation rather than taking control of the situation.
Yeah, I think
so
that's way
it
more
pivoted
that
great. Yeah, it was really good. Really good.
Yeah, it's way more interesting when the character doesn't have the skills right away to figure out how to get through a situation or how to survive. He's sort of like stumbling through it, just barely getting by, relying on other people to help him live. As opposed to him being like a military expert going in and kicking ass, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot. I was going to say something again.
So that was on Amazon, and on Netflix, I've been plowing through, and I mean plowing through the Trailer Park Boys. I got back into that. I hadn't watched them in like probably 10 years, and it's all sitting there on Netflix. It's been looking at me for a while. So I'm going to get back into this. It took me a while to figure out what season I left off in. And I think I left off at season 8 or 9 or something like that. And I just started plowing through them. And by the time I got to season 10 is a high water mark, man. It is so good. They just strip everything back. Whatever happened, they're like, we're going back to the basics. It's just like season 1. The boys need money, so they have to do crimes for money, which Ricky promises his girlfriend he won't do crimes anymore, so he's got to hide it from her. And then Julian's trying to direct the whole situation, which goes to shit, and they're trying to keep it quiet from Bubbles because he likes to live an upstanding lifestyle, and Leahy's on the liquor and he's trying to trip him into this and trap him. And then Snoop Dogg shows up. And you remember that season when they started showing up on Jimmy Kimmel and shit? Like they got super popular in the States and they made a guest shot on Jimmy Kimmel. Is that season? And Tom Arnold even showed up for an episode, and man, did he ever nail it. Because of the Snoop Dogg and Tom Arnold show up because they're fans of the documentary Trailer Park Boys as they appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel show. So they come into the show as themselves, as big fans of the park, and they want to live the life of the Trailer Park Boys, almost like a resort. And Tom Arnold shows up in full Ricky clothes, and he wants to live the Ricky lifestyle. He wants to bang Ricky's girlfriend and drive the shipmobile. It was chaos in the best way, like season 1 way, and it was great. And I even saw one of the episodes, I don't know, maybe a couple of the episodes was directed by one of the Farrelly brothers. I don't know if it was Peter or whoever, but they showed up in the credits as a director. I'm like, holy shit. So that was season 10. 11 was just as good. And I think I told you, I'm kind of sad because they're turning Jim Leahy into just this melting mass of liquor. Like he's just at the lowest point ever this character could be. He's at one point in a pool of blue liquor, and he's come out like a a Smurf looking thing that can't even talk because he's so drunk. And I know in real life that actor, what's his name? Dunsworth? Like he's died in real life at some point. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope after like he doesn't really die in real life after this much of a low point his character happens. But sure enough, there was still like 2 seasons to go with him. And then it ended.
Do they
He
still
was
have
in it.
that comedian guy? What's his name? Jonathan something?
Torrance? J-Rock?
Is it J-Rock?
Yeah, J-Rock's, he wasn't there for the last season. I don't know what they said about him, but he wasn't there for the last season.
Hmm.
His entourage is, though, the rock pile. But yeah, then it ended. And as it ended, it's pivoting into a cartoon. And now the cartoon is on Netflix. So they're kind of doing like Corner Gas did or whatever. Now they're going cartoon. I haven't watched the cartoon yet. I don't know if I'm going to or not, but check out season 10 at least. Super funny.
Yeah, I got added some vinyl to the collection today.
Well, this is the wrong show to bring that up.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're welcome to appear on the vinyl collection, a live stream that happens on this channel weekly.
Never heard about it.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Hey, there's a bunch of guys sitting around flipping through records, seeing what they got. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We talk for like 2 hours, smiles and laughing and joking around. It's a really good time. Happens on this channel, Start to Continue channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Where'd you get vinyl from?
When I was out and about today.
So you got COVID vinyl.
Is there any other kind?
Well, so are you going to show up this week? You going to call in? The show is scheduled to go on Wednesday night this week or next week.
I think I'm creating content for my life and collecting that night.
I wouldn't surprise me. However, it wouldn't hurt just to call in for 5 minutes and say hello.
Really?
Be a big treat for everyone there.
Oh, I'm sure it'd be a big treat.
Be a big treat. Tune into this channel. I think it's on. Yeah, it's on Wednesday.
I don't have a bandana.
Wednesday at 7. Just call in. It's easy. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks everyone who's subscribed, by the way. Super appreciate it. It's doing wonders for the channel.
All right. There you go.
Right.
I threw you a promo for it.
Oh, I thought you were going to show me something.
Oh, you want to see it?
Yeah, give me a quick look.
Because I think one's a double, but I'm not sure because my freaking cataloging.
Me finding vinyl at Value Village is like once every 5 years. It's just always trash.
This one I know I don't have.
So he's showing Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, which I just showed on the vinyl collection last week.
So that one I didn't have.
That looks in good shape.
It's not bad. The cover's got a couple creases in it, but the record is pretty immaculate. A little bit of Bob Seger. Night Moves. That one I'm not sure about. I think I might have that one already. I couldn't tell. Jimmy Buffett, Changes in Latitude. John Prine, Sweet Revenge.
Oh, everyone's got to have that one. You must have that one already.
No, I didn't actually. But I've been on a bit of a John Prine kick too since he passed away. And then the first Boston.
You know how I feel about bands that are named after cities.
You have to appreciate the Boston, man.
Nah.
The guy made his own equipment, his own pedals and stuff.
Is that true?
Who was it? Tom? Was it Tom that did it? Yeah, he was an engineer. Yeah, Tom Schultz.
You know,
That's it.
The folks in the chat are asking if Joe actually plays these on a turntable, or do they get shelved away like the
well,
TurboGrafx?
To be honest,
Here we go.
I was looking over at my record player. If I can gather the effort to put them on there, yes, I'll play them on there. But most of the time, I just turn on classic rock station on the radio.
We don't have any of those anymore.
What do you mean? 97.3.
What's that?
It's not really classic rock, but it's boom, 97.3.
Oh, that ain't classic rock. That's shit.
That's not shit.
It's named Boom. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. They play rock.
They play Christina Aguilera.
No, they don't. I wouldn't be listening to that.
I've heard it in your car. Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's on Sirius Hits 1, dude. That's satellite radio. I don't listen to terrestrial radio in the car. And that wasn't Christina Aguilera. That was hot blonde chick, Taylor Swift. So there.
Well, I was going to continue now that the Trailer Park Boys is done on Netflix. I started the Space Force show.
What?
Are you going to get into that Space Force?
Oh, is that the one with the Office guy?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. Yeah. Well, it's made by the guys who did The Office, and there's people from Silicon Valley in it. There's people from Veep in it. There's all kinds of players that you've seen before in it. It's not
Anybody talk about it.
It's a slow burn at first. You kind of got to get into the groove. It's not. It's almost weighted too much on the satirical that it leaves off a lot of the punchlines. But Fred Willard does show up in it, and that's the first moment where it is fall down funny. Like, what a master that guy was. And this is probably his last appearance on television, the Fred Willard, and he just nailed it. It was so good. I don't know how many episodes he'll appear in. Hopefully he keeps showing up in them. But
I remember seeing him on
keep watching it. It's a slow burn.
Modern Family near the end when he wasn't looking very good.
Yeah.
Oof. It just seemed to happen all at once. One season he was looking, you can't believe how good he looks at that age. And then the next season it was just like, holy, he's on death's door.
It's true.
I can't wait for that to happen to me.
I kind of sat up in my chair at one point in this Space Force because they got to this moment where they're blasting off this rocket, and they have to go to the one guy who hits the one button to blast the rocket off, and they switch to a close-up of his console, and it was a piece of equipment that we have used in our job. They had mocked up as like the rocket launching thing. The Harris control panel, the old one with the big clunky buttons. They had that on camera.
Why would they do that? Well, I guess is the show meant to be like sort of a spoof kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can see why they would do it.
Oh, you mean rather than be 100% accurate?
No, not 100%, but more of like a serious tone as opposed to like shit. What's that Tim Allen space movie? There was a spoof on Star Trek. Remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That sort of feeling to it where it's everything's sort of goofy.
Is that Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I oh geez, I know that thing. I push buttons on that thing. But I was talking to someone about that, and there was some chat that the company, like Harris, that designed that was actually in aerospace And that technology was kind of taken over for broadcast purposes. So it might actually be technically accurate when you dig down. Anyways,
Why don't
no
you
one
ask Siri?
cares.
Siri will
No one
tell you.
cares. Siri would not know.
You know, I had that Amazon. I got that when I re-signed up for Sirius. They sent me I don't know what's it called, the Amazon Home thing. You know, the Google Home device.
Yeah, Alexa,
Yeah.
Echo.
No. Hey Alexa. Okay, no, this one's Alexa. I just turned on. What's
Yeah, but
Alexa?
it's called the Echo, isn't it? Alexa is Amazon.
Okay, yeah, that thing, whatever it's called. They sent that to me anyway. I had the Amazon streaming service for 15-day free trial. It's actually pretty good.
What did you sign? What? For Amazon?
Yeah, when I signed up for my Sirius for the car, they sent me, I guess it's the Echo Dot or whatever it is.
Okay.
Same thing as the Google Home Mini. But it gave me free access to the Amazon Music service for 15 days free.
Oh.
Which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
But I'm not paying for that crap.
Yeah, I dabbled with it too.
So I was go like, hey Alexa, play me some. She's always listening. Play me some classic rock. Then she'd do a search. Here you go.
Right. Well, I have the Google Home, which is like the bigger unit than the Mini, and you can get that to talk to your Sirius. So then you can say, hey Google, play Sirius classic vinyl, and that's supposed to work.
But the Mini doesn't work that way?
I can't get the Mini to work. It keeps going, I don't understand those voice commands. But the Home is supposed to. I haven't tried it yet. I just got it. It's very new because it was on for an insanely cheap price. They're blowing them out to get rid of them.
What, the Homes?
Yeah, every retailer blew them out for like $50 or something.
Jeez, that's what I paid for the Mini.
Yeah, and then
why are they bringing out a new model?
I imagine. And then the Source threw in a smart bulb for only $5. So it's like, oh, all right, keep piling it on. So I've yet to get the stupid smart bulb to work though, because that is another app you have to download. It's like,
I don't think you need that, man.
Well, I like it for in the bedroom. I want to be able to voice turn the lights on because I always have the switch up for the fan, and normally that light is off, but the fan's running, right? So you walk in and it's dark and I can't hit the switch to turn the light on because it's turned off by the remote. So then you got to struggle to find your way to where you need to go. And if I just have my light that's on the side of my bed, a smart bulb, I can say, hey, Google, turn the light on. And then it'll turn on.
Why don't you just change your light switch when you walk into the room into a two-way switch where it's... I installed mine where it's two buttons. One's the light, one's the fan, and they both have like the dimmer options on it.
Like I said earlier, we all don't have your facilities. When you talked about
you're the one with the Google Light. How much did that cost? That cost as much as the two-way switch I installed.
It was $5. I told you. I just got to get it to work.
Anyway, that's just an option, so you don't have to worry about the stupid light remote that you can never find.
And barely
it's on
works.
the wrong counter. Yeah. So ditch that. Go to Lowe's, buy this on-off switch for your light and fan, and just use that. That way, as soon as you walk in, your fan's going, you can just hit your light switch. And then you turn your light off and your fan's still going.
How did you wire that though? I don't know. I don't do wiring. I don't like electricity.
I don't like it either, but I just don't like having to turn the power off. So it takes me twice as long. And by the end, I'm like, I got the armpit sweats because I'm afraid of electrocuting myself. Covered in sweat because I'm dealing with electricity. But don't turn the power off, because then it's just a pain in the ass to one. It's never labeled properly on the fuse box,
Right.
so I end up just killing the power to half the house, and then I got to go back and reset all these clocks and timers and stuff. So forget it. Anyway, it's not hard. It's not as easy as installing your Nest thermostat, but
Well, that's the thing too. This Google Home unit, I think it's a Nest product, really, and it came with the beautiful packaging that Nest products come in. It was like a presentation opening that thing up, and it's just a simple speaker, but they made it such a nice presentation. They really know what they're doing, those Nest guys.
is this Nest door alarm thing going to be easy for me to install? Or do I got to drill through the brick?
Well, you already have a doorbell there, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to use that. It goes
so I'm just
right.
connecting power to it, and then it connects to the Wi-Fi.
There is a test you should do beforehand to see if your doorbell is compatible, and they'll tell you how to do that on the website. But yeah, you will take off your doorbell button, but you will use where it was installed to install your new one. So all the screw holes should be the same. All that should be already there, right? That's the joy of how good the Nest doorbell is. It should just...
Or what test do I have to do?
They just want to know what kind of wiring your doorbell uses. So I don't, just go on the web. I forget what it is, but there is a test just to make sure that you're fully compatible. There's some instances where you would actually have to rewire it, but that's rare. Although with your facilities, we never know.
My normal house, I'm sure, is fine, because it's not that old, so it should be wired okay, I think.
I got to get those Nest smoke detectors, but man, it's hard finding them on sale. That's a big investment.
Yeah, that's when we bought ours. Even though I think the main floor one still isn't hooked up properly, because they're supposed to light up when you pass under them, and the main floor one isn't doing it. So I got to take a look at that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, how great is that? I want that.
It's good at nighttime when you're walking around. Dog still hasn't got groomed. I put in a call 2.5 weeks ago to put me on the list. And then I called right when stuff was reopening up for that kind of thing. And she said, yep, I see you're on the list. We're doing it a week by week. So, you should hear from us maybe like in a week or two. And today was 2 weeks. So I called them today, go, hey, what's going on? And of course, you got to leave a voicemail. Do I need to find a new groomer? Can you let me know where I am on the list, please?
Yeah, my dog's a disaster too.
So I might just take my old wall clippers to him. I feel bad for him. He's always wanting to go for walk, or he almost heard me. Go for W's. And he hears that word, he goes crazy. But yeah, this heat, man, I can't take him outside.
Yeah, I guess they're fine. They're still dogs. They they can adapt a little bit. They know hair. They know what it is.
Yeah.
You're just looking for any excuse not to interact with anyone in your household.
Well,
as usual.
I'll take him he's right beside me in his bed. That's why I keep looking. I take him for W's like first thing in the morning, right after I have my coffee. But that's it, man. All right. I lasted for 59 minutes and 40 seconds.
You calling it?
Good show.
I didn't even get to talk about how I beat Drake's 4.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, you're interested?
I can feign interest.
You know what? I like that series. I like it. And I know what I like about it now. It just gets you going into the action. There's no skill trees you have to worry about. You don't have to learn, you don't have to grind a certain amount before you can finally learn to toss a guy off a ledge. They just give you all the tools immediately and go, here you go. Have fun. Walk that way. See what happens. You might get new weapons later on, but there's no waiting around to learn new skills. You're just given everything.
Yeah, but would you say that it's like I've played the first 3, and after the third one, it definitely got to be pretty repetitive in terms of, aside from the storyline. I found the stories all entertaining, but it just seemed to be the game mechanics where I didn't find that they changed that drastically from the first to the third one.
There are still those frustrations where this guy has literally done superhuman acts of athleticism to get to a certain ledge, and there's already 3 enemies just standing around there when you show up. It's like, how did those guys get there?
Yeah.
What the? There's
the
those
best,
frustrations.
The best one was in the third one. Was it the third one that we played? That were on the podcast? Where was the one where he was in the Arctic, and you were in that ice cavern with the? It was one with the one tree or something, the tree of life or whatever. But
that's the second one.
You're in the ice. Was the second one? Yeah, you're in the ice caverns with the Yetis, and you're doing these ledge jumps that are like. I was just playing the game and I was getting like the hand sweats from the jumps he would have to do. It's like these leaps of faith.
Yeah. Well, the third one, I remember you're in this. It's some kind of harbor or something. There's all kinds of derelict ships rolling around in the water. It's a shipbreaking yard, so ships are like half scrapped and whatever. And he's making these crazy jumps to get from like scaffolding to scaffolding. And there was one enemy who was apparently, that's his guard duty, is to stand on this ledge that would have been impossible for him to get to and just guard that area. Because I need a little bit of factual. How did that guy get there? What I'd love to see the conversation his boss told him what his assignment was for the day. You need to go and don't worry, you'll get your coffee break at this time. Joey will come over and relieve you at this. And he's just on this ledge in the middle of nowhere. Those things kind of throw me out of the story, but
you're overanalyzing.
Yeah, because it's
just play and enjoy it.
But the fourth one had a really good story. It was emotional. It was an emotional story. So it was fun.
Are you going to play the next one with the 2 chicks?
I will. I'm taking a tiny break. I moved on to the Sniper Elite 4, I think it was. That was free on PS Plus a little while ago. So I'm trying that out.
Did you shoot anybody in the testes?
I got some stomach shots. I didn't see any testicles yet, but
I was always the best at sniper games. That's my
that game. Each mission, they just kind of throw you into a big giant sandbox and say, okay, your objectives are this, this, and this. Here's the giant sandbox. Have at it. And for me, I get too distracted doing that. And I start wandering around, and then I get in my head, I got to kill absolutely every single person. And it just takes me hours and hours and hours to get through the simple mission because I get sidetracked in this sandbox. So I don't know if that game's for me yet. And I'll try it a little bit more, but it certainly doesn't give you the immediate sense of completion that Drake's did. Like, you just get into the high bushes as Drake, and guy comes along, hit a button, boom, he's down. Sniper seems a little bit more clunky, but maybe that's because they're weighted more towards using that sniper rifle. I don't know. I just loved that Drake's game. It was great. I loved all the mechanics of it. It seemed to work really well.
I don't know what I'm going to play next. I keep telling myself I'm going to do God of War on the PS4, but I don't know. I got to play these when everyone goes to bed. So like come 9 o'clock, I'm tired. All right.
Drake's, man. Drake's 4. It's like a TV show because you get the cinematics and then you get to do a little bit, and it's good.
Maybe I should do what Kevin does and put my games away. I just can't be bothered. It's just what it comes down to. Too busy producing
Yeah, well,
to play games. That's not good.
it's a pretty big production you got going over there at My Life in Collecting. It's the content keeps steamrolling out.
Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet.
My God, people, get yourselves over there.
Yeah.
My Life in Collecting.
Your life is not complete unless you subscribe.
Do you want to give us a little preview of what we got to expect this week?
I don't know, man. Seat of my pants.
Seat of your pants. Are we going to read more magazines?
Slinging dick for every thing I produce on there.
What was the tweet you put out this week about Fax Xanadu? We haven't played this in years. We?
We.
Who was the we?
We, the community.
Oh, the My Life in Collecting community.
Yeah.
Is there a better way of saying
it's true,
that?
though. I haven't played it since I bought it and played it as a kid. And what was that? 88 that it came out? I remember I hated it when I bought it. Because same thing with that. The Fax Xanadu, and when I bought Rygar, I was like, what is this? And then I forced myself to really like it. And by the end of it, I thought it was a good game.
Yeah, Rygar sucks at home. I think it was way better in the arcade.
No, totally opposite, dude.
No good. Controls are shit.
What do you mean?
Hit detection is shit. It's all...
the hit detection is great on it.
I think I remember it being great in the arcade, but the home version is like, oh my God, turn it off immediately.
I played the home before the arcade, I think. I know I have played it in the arcade, though.
You know, Lotus alludes to something. Why not on your channel? Why don't we see like workout videos on your channel?
That's coming.
Oh, that's an exclusive breaking news announcement, folks.
Not now, though, because I've lost considerable size since I haven't been to the gym for 3 months.
So you have to look like Mr. Olympia before you're willing to show something?
Never have looked like that. But it's just I was on a good roll, and then this bullshit hit. And like I said, I haven't done anything for like 3 months. So I'm extremely...
but wouldn't that be a good jumping off point for you and your...
It'd just be embarrassing right now to take my shirt off.
Well, why do you have to be naked for it?
Well, what else are you supposed to see? Not naked. I mean, like tank top kind of thing, you know?
Oh, the string tank top. You got
not the string
down low so the nips are showing.
Bunch of nip slips. I don't know. It's hard to film that at the gym too, right? Because I only go by myself. So I'm working on it. I got to figure out ways to get around it.
If you get the home thing set up, there you go. No,
the home thing would just be when I can't go, or when wave 2 of this nonsense hits again, and when they shut everything down again. It's just like a backup. Just be for maintaining and doing upper body essentially.
Have you heard of this new thing? It's like Peloton, but it's for rowing. That really has me interested, but its price is insane again, like Peloton.
Is it rowing?
Yeah.
What was the thing? No, there was a mirror thing.
There's a mirror thing too. That looks ridiculous. No. I could see you liking that, but no mirror. It's a rowing machine and it's got the big screen on it like Peloton. And you could either be looking at like a simulation of rowing on the river, or you can have instructors and shit like that. And I was thinking, why haven't they come out with the VR version of that? Like you put your VR helmet on, get on the rowing machine, and you're rowing on a river for real.
I'm guessing probably because of the amount of movement you'd be doing going back and forth. It's hard to keep your head really stable. So I think you might get a little nauseous. Just, you're always doing that motion with your head where you're not really, you know what I mean? I think I'd probably get sick doing it.
Well, you can't play Wolfenstein. So,
well, yeah, I can't. No, wait, not anymore. I can't play it. Back in the day, I used to.
Oh, back in
now
the
I
day.
just get motion sickness.
I think that'd be a game changer if they were to just.
But again, that's just things like that, man. Even with the Peloton bike, really, that's just a cardio workout. It's if you're looking for cardio, then it might be fine. The rowing thing, yeah, I guess you get some leg workout, mostly arms and back more than anything, right?
Rowing activates like nearly everything. So don't just fluff it off. Here's the weight guy
but I'm saying
going,
it activates
cardio.
More.
Your neck's never going to swallow your head doing that.
It activates more muscles. It activates muscles in certain areas more specifically than other areas.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Let's get the VR going.
So yeah, it might.
I
don't call it an overall workout.
I would.
No, it'd be like getting the bike and then you're not getting any sort of upper body workout, right?
Yeah, but rowing activates everything.
I don't find that it does for me, but
yeah, because you got this lifting thing in your head that you have to be bulk. I need bulk.
No, you don't have to be bulk.
You can't picture The Rock on a rowing machine because he couldn't fit. And not many of us want to be The Rock.
He's done that.
Yeah. Anyways,
maybe not recently.
The one they have, I'm trying to remember what it's called, like Aqua something but it's like
water. Is there water in there, or is this the air one?
What do you mean? Are you rowing the air?
Well, there's different ones. Yeah, there's rowing machines that function on. There's a actual fan in there, so you're going against air pressure.
Oh,
there's ones that work on tension, and then they've got ones that are actually there's water in there that you're rowing against. Turning the water, right?
I don't know. It's a pretty slick looking machine, like futuristic, and it's like $4,000 or something insane. It's like Peloton, and then you got to pay a monthly subscription.
I think this is all gimmicks, man.
I agree.
I've got no interest in it. Just give me some good, solid, hard weights that I can kill someone with.
Yeah, but that's you that needs no, anything to like. I can't do that shit. I need like a competition. I need to pretend I'm racing someone. I need to, I can't just sit in a mirror and lift rocks. I cannot be motivated that way. But I remember rowing machines. I remember back in school, we went to some gym or something, and all these rowing machines were set up, and they were all tied together through a network, and you would all race each other. And man, I could have done that all day long because you had the motivation to win a race. It was fun.
Right. That's different.
That's what I need.
Okay.
So that's
I'm not going to dispute you because I agree. Everyone needs a certain motivation to do something. So for you, then that's what works.
Well, you could still have the VR workout, except what you're seeing in the VR is a mirror of yourself.
Why not just go to the gym? Like I said, when I go there, I don't socialize. I'm just there that's my hour and a half of thinking about stuff, listening to music, and taking out my frustration so I don't kill anybody.
Well, that is something we might like to see on the channel. If you, I'd
Well
be
said.
interested to hear what your ideas are going forward on that.
Well, the only thing I would do for that would be like, it'd have to be a serious not session, a serious project of record keeping, including what I ate daily as well as what I did, and then see the progression over, a monthly period kind of thing. See what I cook, see what I eat for the day.
What you cook.
What does Joe eat for a day?
What
does
gets
Joe
put in
eat
front
a
of
week?
Joe?
I cook my own breakfast. Same
Really?
breakfast every morning. Three eggs, 2 slices of toast with peanut butter, a banana, a coffee, a yogurt. And then we see where it goes from there.
All right.
Sorry, man. That's all I got.
Good chat. Good
You
chat.
happy? Were you happy?
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad you stayed in a good mood for the most part.
Well, because you talked to me.
No, I didn't do anything different than
Yes,
before
you
the
did.
tantrums.
You focused on me. You focused on me. That's all I want. A two-way conversation.
Hold on. Before we stop, Lotus wants to recommend a movie. It's called Rememory on Netflix. I've never even heard of that, but he wants that out there.
Lotus, who's in it?
Now you want us to focus on the chat.
Well, we're leaving, so it doesn't matter. My chat wasn't even open. I just opened it now.
We gotta wrap this thing up. While Lotus is typing that out, I'll just say thanks everyone for tuning into this episode of STC Pod. This was episode 281. Holy geez.
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
So yeah, this is a weekly get together where we have some fun and talk about all kinds of wild stuff. I've been Bill. You can follow me on Twitter at STCPod, and Joe is at AC Decepticon, and you can check out his weightlifting.
AC Decepticon on Twitter, My Life in Collecting on Instagram, and subscribe to me on YouTube at My Life in Collecting.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on this channel as well. You get lots of fun stuff coming at you. You get live music. You get the vinyl collection. That's a weekly live chat where we talk about records. And you get this show. And are we ever going to have pickup videos again? I don't know. Maybe. I just did a collection video for 30-year Bob Dylan collection. So tune in for that and see all the stuff a person can amass following an artist for that long. And Rocket Sauce wants a shout out from Joe. Joe, can you help him out?
Sure. Oh, Sauce. Shout out to Sauce. My buddy, Sauce.
Good one. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and subscribe to the channel. Go to this channel and you'll see when these live streams are scheduled on the main page. You'll see that at the top of the page. It'll say this show's on this day, this show's on that day, so you can keep up to date when these things are going to happen. But thanks everyone for joining us in the chat. Appreciate it. It was a good time, good conversation going on over there. And we'll see you next time. Joe, it's your turn to sign us off.
Is it? All right. Post it.